guys, welcome back to my channel. His Wings My Refuge. Sue's here. Today is just going to be a really chilled out video. There's been a lot going on at the moment, and therefore I have not had time to create any kind of fancy video for you today, but I thought I would just let you know kind of what's going on around here just for a bit. Please excuse the shaking. I can't find my tripod, so I'm currently holding this at arm's length, and of course that makes it very wobbly, but that's okay. So of course I would really love if you guys could please like this video and click that subscribe button down below, and as well as the bell so you get notifications when new videos pop up. So the reason I'm doing this video is, and it won't be a long one, is there's been a lot of stuff going on at the moment that has sort of gotten in the way of being able to create my normal sort of videos. And I just wanted to sort of explain, you know, I mean, I feel like I don't need to really explain myself so much to everyone as to kind of just, I don't know. I just feel, I don't know how I feel. I really don't know how I feel. Anyway, so obviously we've had the end of the school year. That was last week. End of last week was my last week of school, which means that I have 6 weeks of holiday left. Currently now it's Friday, so I actually only have 5 weeks of holidays left, which of course is still a huge amount of holidays, and I'm not complaining about that in the slightest. I'm so stoked it's holidays. So stoked, you have no idea. It's been a rough school year, as you can well imagine. So a few things that happened. One of the major things that has kind of slowed me down quite a bit is I sustained a knee injury while I was fighting a fire back in October, mid-October, almost exactly 2 months ago. So for those of you who don't know, I am a volunteer firefighter for our local rural fire brigade, and I have a video all about volunteering, which I will link in the cards above if you want to go and have a look at that. So I'm a rural volunteer firefighter, and as is my husband, and so that means that when there are fires, we've got to go out and put those fires out. And about 2 months ago, we were sent out all the way out west to go and put out a fire, and or at least try and contain a fire that had gotten away. We oftentimes don't actually get to put it out, we get to contain it as much as possible. And before I even got down to the fire front, I had to open up this farm gate, and it was one of those farm gates that has a picket and then those loose barbed wire strands, and if you don't keep those strands taut, it gets all tangled up. And as I was trying to close that gate again, the wires got all tangled up and pulled me back off balance, and I ended up slipping down a little dirt bank, hyperextending my knee and twisting it at the same time. And of course, because of all the adrenaline, because you know we're rushing off to go and contain this fire, I kind of went, oh, that kind of hurts, but I got to keep going. So I ran back to the truck, jumped back in, and continued to work for another 6 or 7 hours on the fire ground. And it wasn't until we got back to station, about an hour and a half's drive, that I got out of the truck and kind of went, oh, I've actually done something quite bad here. It really hurt. And I thought, it's probably nothing. It's probably just sprained. I'll leave it for a week or so, and just it'll sort itself out. They always do. It always sorts itself out. Anyway, about a week goes by, and it's just getting worse, and now it's starting to shoot pains up my back, and I thought, no, I can't have this. So thankfully with the Rural Fire Brigade, we have work cover, which is awesome. And even though we're not paid, we're just volunteers, we still get work cover, which is really good. So I started the work cover process, and so far I have to say the work cover process has been brilliant. I cannot complain, other than it took about 2 weeks before I could kind of do anything because it wasn't approved yet, but since it's been approved, it's been fantastic. So I ended up going and having an MRI on my knee, because we were worried that it might have been a partially torn ACL, which of course is never good, which means usually surgery, and I really didn't want to have surgery in the holidays. So there was much prayer going into this MRI that there was no torn ligament or anything that would require surgery. And prayers were answered because it came back that it was a sprained MCL. Now, I don't actually know what an MCL stands for. I just know that it's some kind of cruciate ligament. And I also had a bone contusion. So basically when I hyperextended it, I twisted my knee at the same time, and the bone from the thigh bone and the end of the thigh bone and the matching end of the shin bone or the tibia smashed together and caused some bone bruising. Now, bone bruising hurts a lot, but thankfully there were no tears. No tears at all. Nothing was torn. That was all it was, a sprain and some bone bruising. And a little bit of swelling under the kneecap because of that. So that was a real good answer to prayer. But since then, I've now had to start doing physio and special reformer Pilates and things like that. And it has been healing up really, really fast, which is really good. And my physio was stoked because if I had not twisted my knee at the same time that I hyperextended it, I would have snapped every ligament in there. It would have just been, that's it, you're done. Knee gone, surgery, you're stuffed. And it was a real answer to prayer that none of that happened and that I actually managed to twist it at the same time as hyperextending it. So that was a real blessing that that's all I managed to do. So I'm currently doing a lot of physio. I'm doing a lot of Pilates at the physio, and then extra exercises that I got to do every day and all of that. So that's doing really, really well. But that was about 2 months ago. The other thing that I've been having issues with at the moment is a lot of pretty bad migraines and headaches, which have been really throwing me off quite a lot. I don't really want to do anything because I've always got a headache. I feel like it's really affecting my life. It's affecting my kids. It's affecting my husband. It affects what we can do. You know, I really feel like they've slowed me down a lot. So again, I'm seeing the physio for that as well. And the physio is brilliant for working on migraines. I have been suffering one today. It's feeling a lot better right now after a lot of rest and a lot of medication and a lot of physio. It's still not great. So if it looks like I'm winking at you, I'm not. I've just got shooting pains in my head. And one of the reasons that's been triggered is I have spent a week at work just hunched over my computer, which is going to do it if you've got tight neck muscles like I do. And we decided to start some home renovations, which means that there's been a lot of painting going on, which I will show you. Oh, excuse me. I will show you in another video. I've been repainting Natalie and Angela's rooms. I've done the feature wall in Natalie's room. It's taken me a week. I could have painted her room 4 times over in the same amount of time that I spent doing this wall. Everything you could do wrong for this wall, I did wrong. Because I'm an idiot, apparently. But it looks amazing. And Angie's room is going to look amazing too, because now I've had practice and I won't stuff up as much. But with all the painting action, you know, up above your head, things like that, even with a stepladder, it's really affected my neck. So I am now on a 24-hour ban from painting, which makes life difficult. We're also looking at renovating our kitchen. Not a full renovation, but just changing things out, like cupboards out for drawers, extending the kitchen bench, adding in cupboards, putting drawer baskets in the pantry to make, you know, so things don't get lost down the back of the pantry. So all of that is taking up a lot of our time at the moment, trying to get all of that sorted. And Daniel has been on holiday this week, which means that he's been home, and we've been trying to spend as much time together and with the kids as possible in the time off that he has. And that is the reason I haven't been filming any videos. And I honestly feel like those are some pretty fair reasons for not having filmed any videos. But Daniel is going back to work next week, so I'm going to have a little bit more time. I want to know what you want to see in terms of anything to do with faith, family, lifestyle, any of those things. If there's anything that you want to see, pop it down in the comments below and I'll see what I can do about those videos. I have had some suggestions from family members that I might do as well, and yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on. And I just, yeah, wanted to be real. Sitting out here in the rain. Well, I'm not in the rain. It is raining. We're about to have a massive rain event. There's going to be flooding. So I thought I'd film now before it got too noisy. In my hoodie, which I haven't worn a hoodie for months because it's been so hot, but today is actually quite cold. And with bedhead and migraine face. Yeah, it's real. I always said I wanted to be real, so here it is. So, like I said, comment in the comments down below what you want to see, and I will see about getting videos done for that. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed our little chat. If you want more chats, I can do more chats. I talk to myself all the time, so talking to you guys shouldn't be too hard, right? So if there's anything, you know, any ideas for videos that you want to see, again, comments down below. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, and of course click that red subscribe button down below, as well as the little bell notification so you get, you know, when new videos pop up. Hopefully they'll be more interesting than this one. If you made it through this if you've made it this far through this one, I applaud you. Well done. I honestly don't think anyone's going to get this far. So if you do, let me know in the comments to let me know. Did you make it all the way through this video? That's particularly boring, but that's okay. Alright, my brain is hurting, so I'm going to leave it till the next video, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye!